this is a spiritual battle. And it is absolutely, I think if we could see what was happening in the spiritual realms with our natural eyes, we'd be on our faces before the Lord.
Heidi, as we're looking at just the culture that we're in, and we're looking at New Year's resolutions, and we're looking at growing in our relationship with the Lord, one of the things that I was reading the other day in the book of John, and John chapter 8, verse 31 and 32 really stood out to me. And it says this, it says, "So Jesus said to the Jews who had believed him, 'If you abide in my word, you are truly my disciples, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free.'" And I recently was thinking about the song Amazing Grace and how my chains are gone, I've been set free. And there is no better way to be set free than to know the Lord. So I would love for you to talk just very quickly, give kind of a brief overview of if Heidi St. John were to get up in the morning and it's time for her to get into her busy day, because Heidi, you are quite possibly the busiest person I have ever met in my whole life. But it's amazing because the Lord is doing incredible things through you, but you're busy. You are busy. How do you find time with the Lord? And when you are spending time with the Lord each day, what does that look like for you?
Well, the first thing I always feel like it's important to just say, I am not in the word every day. I want to be, but just like everybody else, sometimes I wake up and, I realize I'm late for an orthodontist appointment, or, something happens with my kids and I don't, or I'm just, lazy. My sin nature takes over. I told an audience not too long ago when I was speaking in Texas that it's amazing to me. I wake up in the morning and my Bible weighs, 1,000 pounds and my phone weighs 2 ounces, And it's just, I think it's our human nature. I think it's so important that we're honest about it because it's a spiritual battle, right? So from the minute we wake up in the morning, we need to understand that it's the enemy's number one goal is to keep us from communicating and talking with and leaning into our relationship with the Lord. So that helps me a lot, is just to recognize this is a spiritual battle. And it is absolutely, I think if we could see what was happening in the spiritual realms with our natural eyes, we'd be on our faces before the Lord. So when I'm remembering that, my very favorite thing to do is just to find a quiet place in my room. I've got a nice little nook in my room that I like to go sit in and just bring a cup of tea and just spend a little bit of time reading the word and then just asking the Lord, what do you have for me today? So that I can yield my plans for his, because he's got his plan and I've got mine. And so what I want to do is walk in right relationship with him. And so that really is how I try to start my days. I take a lot of encouragement from my husband, who's been good at this for 35 years. I rarely ever see him in the morning without a Bible in his hand. And it's that consistency that we want to promote even to our children. Like you just rightfully said, we can't pass on what we don't possess. We can't give what we don't have. We can't pour from an empty cup. And we know as mothers, particularly in the culture right now, a lot is being required. And we want to go to the Lord for that. So for me, when I am on my game and walking with the Lord, that is my time to do that. It's just setting my alarm clock and actually getting up early, which is not, my natural, this is not me in my natural habitat, right? But when I'm up early, there's something really precious that happens between me and the Lord. And also I get a jump on my day, which I really, really appreciate. Those first couple of hours in the morning are really precious.
Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.